Oh, here we go. Another Lyrics and Lies with Shayz on the mic and
Money Green.
All right, we're going to jump right into R. Kelly.
You want to jump right into R. Kelly?
R. Kelly. We're jumping right into
You're going to jump
R.
right
Kelly.
into R. Kelly.
I mean, that's the way that's what he did. He was jumping, doing all that unnecessary, getting excited. So we're going to do the same thing. We're going to jump right into R. Kelly and Gayle.
I don't think that jumping around on his part was... What'd you say? What'd you say?
I didn't say nothing.
You did.
I said we're going to jump
You
right
said
into
he didn't
it.
need to do all that. You said it was
Unnecessary?
unnecessary.
That's
what I'm talking about.
That's the word you want
You
to
really
use.
feel it was unnecessary?
Let's jump into it, and I'll get back to that question, answering your question for you.
All
As
right.
we get into it, you'll see my feelings, and we'll see your feelings as usual.
All right.
All right, you ready?
Do your thing.
Okay, so we see that R. Kelly has finally opened up. Finally want to talk about his side of the story.
I really don't like the wording you've used thus far.
Finally his side of
Yes,
the story.
I said thus far. You started off by saying you're going to get into R. Kelly. And then 30 seconds later, you say R. Kelly opened up. Are you using these words on purpose?
Elaborate. What do you mean?
Never mind. Keep
Elaborate.
going. Natasha get it. And what's the other woman's name?
I don't know.
Begins with an S.
I don't know.
Sunday Owl. I'll look it up. Anyway, keep going. I'm listening.
All right, so let's open up with R. Kelly doing his interview, talking about his side of the story. Is that okay?
Anything is all right. You run the show.
Okay. So, what I want to know before we get started, how did you feel about the sit-down interview that was going on with R. Kelly and Gayle? What do you feel about R. Kelly's, how R. Kelly was, his actions? How do you feel about R. Kelly's actions?
I have very mixed views, very mixed thoughts. For starters, it's disturbing to see him. It looks like we're witnessing the breaking down of a person or society, whatever you want to call it, breaking down a man in front of the entire world. That part bothers me. And we're not getting into guilt right now because you didn't ask me if I think he's guilty or if he's innocent. But it just bothers me to see all of this stuff being put on him. And some of it is unnecessary. That's going to be the word of this episode, unnecessary. A lot of what is being said about him is unnecessary. A lot of the heat being thrown at him is unnecessary. And I say it on this level. If I am guilty of robbing a bank, we always going back to robbing banks, so selling cocaine or something. If I'm guilty of robbing a bank, please don't come to me saying my grass is too high or the tint on my windows is too dark and things like that. Arrest me for robbing a bank. That's all I'm saying. But we'll get more into it.
I got it. You want the topic to be stayed on the topic and not be going all over the place.
Yes.
If it is what it is, let's stay with that. And
Right.
don't try to bring other entities or other things into it.
Keep it on statutory rape. Keep it on the abuse of women that are, or girls or young ladies that are below the age of consent. And keep it on physical or domestic abuse if you want to keep it there. I think he's guilty of all of those. But
they brought it
getting
to
on
another
him,
end. Yeah, they brought something else in that you talking about when they brought the two young ladies in.
getting on him for having two girlfriends.
That's nothing new. People do that.
Exactly.
That's not something that's big.
The comedian D. Ray does that. He has two girlfriends, and you can say, oh, well, they're in their late 20s. Well, they're still past the age of consent. So
Correct.
regardless of, and he's in his 50s too. So regardless of, and both of them are from Chicago. So they spit major game in Chicago, evidently, or spending some money or both.
Maybe they
But
can go to Chicago.
yes, but regardless of your age, you can be 62, 72. I know of a friend's grandfather was dating a girl that was 19 and he was in his 70s. You can call him nasty, you can call him a dirty old man, you can call him disgusting, but it's still legal. He didn't break any laws with the age part. So a lot of mud being thrown out here. Gayle King saying things like, it bothers me when he's 52 years old and one is 21 and one is 23, and something is wrong. It's legal. Regardless of how you feel about it personally, no laws are being broken there. Keep it on everything that his ass is guilty of, because if you take attention away from what he's actually guilty of or could be guilty of and put it on something trivial or something that's opinionated, then you're taking away some of the fire and some of the power and I guess the argument. So that's where I'm coming from.
I think a lot of that part of it came from because she talked to the parents, the families of the two young ladies. And to be honest, I don't see why the two young ladies had anything to do with the accusations or the accounts that R. Kelly is being accused of. My thing is, as usual, let him have his day in court. You ask him how he's doing. You ask him what he's going through. Keep it on that. Really asking him about the girls. Now, like you said, now we're turning to something else. Now the girls are being brainwashed. We're not saying they are not. I'm not taking away from if that could be happening or not. But like Money Green said, if we're going to talk about one thing specific, keep it to that and not move it. Now, if you want to talk about if you want to talk about men dating younger women or having 2 or 3 different women, because that goes on. It's a show called Sister Wives.
That's true.
Okay, there's a lot of that going on here. I'm not even going to say in different countries. I'm going to say it's going on right here, right where we live at. So that's not something that's new. That hasn't happened before. The only reason why it's being glorified right now because it's R. Kelly. Right,
where they're using it to I guess try to stack things against him.
Yeah,
and turn the court of public opinion against him. But if someone's lifestyle doesn't fit yours, it doesn't make theirs wrong. So whether he has 1 girlfriend, 2 girlfriends, 3 girlfriends living in the same home, that's his business. If they're not being abused, and if they're not, anything is any harm is coming to them. But it's strange how in today's society and social media is so powerful that if someone's opinion or someone's way of living is different from yours, you can really put it out there and bash them and get a slew of people who feel the same way that you do about someone else's lifestyle to take your side and really attack that person.
Well, that's true. On another note, as this interview went on, you saw your boy get very emotional at times. And I want to know, as a man, you looking at this, I have an opinion about, I don't think that he should have did the interview, but I'm gonna go on with now that he did the interview. But how do you feel about how he acted? Do you think that was real, or do you think that was an act?
I don't know if all of it were real or fake. However, I understand him crying about his kids, him not being able to see his kids, or thinking about one of his kids having an opinion similar to her mother's opinion or his ex-wife's opinion. I can see how that could hurt him. Also, add on to the fact that he hasn't seen his kids in a couple of years, 2 to 3 years. And then add on him owing child support.
And we talked about that in one of our episodes.
Yes, and we can brush over that too again. But that's 3 different things pertaining to your kids. Your kids are have a bad opinion about you because they've seen the video or the documentary and they're on social media, and you haven't seen your kids, and your face was going to jail because of social media, and your ex-wife is definitely giving her opinion about their father to the kids. So I could understand a man breaking down over that. Would I break down over that? No, not like, no. No, but I would have some very strong opinions about it and very strong thoughts. But yeah, some people get like that. I know a lot of men that break down like that. I've seen men in liquor stores. I've seen men in the street. I've seen men in malls just break down over certain things, yelling, cursing, crying. I've seen all types of stuff, and I mean sober men. So just imagine the ones that have been drunk. Seen men crying when their woman leaves them. All types of stuff. Somebody call the police when they're about to get locked up. So, hey, some people cry.
Do you think this was a plead? Or, I understand he needed to get this out. He needed to talk. He needed to share his side of the story. He needed to make.
He didn't need to, but he's desperate.
That's where I'm going with that. This is the reason why I was going to say that. So, I just want to know if this, and I know that you're not R. Kelly and you're you're different than he is. But I guess I'm trying to feel out as a man. I don't know if his actions, even though he was desperate, matched what he needed, like how he should have handled it. I don't know. To me, I felt like maybe he should have had his lawyer handle this for him. But then again, that wouldn't. Everybody still wanted to see what is on the mind of R. Kelly. We want to know R. Kelly. So keep putting a lawyer in there. After a while, people don't want to see that. They want to see what the man is feeling, how he feels. But I don't know. To me, I don't know if this made his case worse by how his outbursts were versus helping him in any kind of way. It seemed like it hurt him to me because you see how fast this has hit the fan. And all you see on social media is that part of his outburst, and how they're commending Gayle for doing a great job. And I have to get this part out before I forget. Nora, that's on the show with her. I have to say I'm glad that they had. I am glad that they had Gayle do it, other than somebody else on that panel of 4 that comes on in the morning, because Nora made it seem like, I was scared for you, Gayle. I thought he might have accidentally hit you or do something to you. And I liked the way Gayle handled it. I wasn't scared of anything.
No, it's a white lady?
Yeah, the white lady.
Yeah, that explains all.
Right. So Gayle was like, no, I ain't feel threatened by Robert. I felt that he was just emotional, but I never felt that my life was threatened.
Well, being desperate, I think that this was, I don't know, I think it's sort of good for him because he's putting himself out there on CBS, which is a major network, and I think these waters are getting muddier and muddier. There is no one way to handle an interview, and all men aren't monolithic, so we react to things differently. Some people real smooth and laid back and chill. Then you got your James Bond type, you got your Black Caesar type, you got your emotional type, you got your Busta Rhymes type. You know what I'm saying? So you don't know what kind of man you're talking to. And R. Kelly is evidently the type that raises his voice and gets a little physical and stands up. But that wasn't out of the ordinary to me. I've seen people react and do things like that. I saw Everett, quarterback, his last name is Everett. They had it on ESPN. And he got up and flipped the man's seat over while he was sitting in it. Live on air, he just pushed a white commentator out of his seat because he didn't like him calling him by a different name other than his birth name. So, I don't know. Different people react to things differently and different men handle things differently. And I wouldn't have reacted the way he did. Gayle was looking good. That wig gets a little funny sometimes on her head.
And it's funny that when Gayle did the interview, that she brought up his kids. And he brought up the same thing we was talking about a week ago about how he gonna feed, how he can't, if he can't work, he can't get money for his kids.
Right, which makes Andrea Kelly a dummy, his ex-wife a dummy. You want child support, but you're stopping him from raising money, which is counterproductive. And a lot of men complain about women acting like that, and I mean on the streets, everyday men that we come across. Yeah. They want child support, but then they get the man locked up for things other than child support. But in this case, it's child support he's getting locked up over. But I've seen men that get fired from their job because the woman keeps coming up there and calling up there. Or she comes up there and slashes his tires or makes a scene. So they fire the man. And as soon as he's fired, now she's complaining, 30 days later that she didn't get a check or he's not taking care of his child. When in all actuality, she got him fired. So Andrea Kelly is doing something similar, but on a much larger scale. She's participating in him not being able to do shows. What can he do other than shows? Because he's not going to McDonald's. He's not working for public transportation. R. Kelly's not going to drive Uber. They say he can't really read lyrics and music. So how is he going to read all these damn street signs? So what is he going to do other than perform to make money?
That's a wonderful question.
Yeah.
I mean, in all actuality, that's what he was saying. This is what he know. I mean, he talked about going to the bank. He literally have left stuff in other people's hands, and now he sees that he doesn't even have the money that he should have in his account.
Well, he said he had $300,000.
Yeah, but where the rest of the money go? Because people been taking money from him, and he didn't even know.
Well, if he hasn't been going to the bank, that means more than likely he's been sending people to the bank.
Right.
Hey, go to the bank and get me $80,000.
Mm-hmm.
Go to the bank and get me $30,000. Go to the bank and get me whatever. And after a while, someone says, "Dang, he never goes to the bank. He hasn't been to the bank in 5 years, and he's been sending me. You know what? Next time he asks for $10,000, I'm gonna take $12,000 out."
Right. And he don't ask for no bank receipts. So there we go.
Why would he ask for bank receipts?
You don't know how much money.
Why would he ask for bank receipts?
Why would he
ask for bank receipts?
Because he doesn't know to do that. That's what I'm saying.
No, if he did ask for a bank receipt, if he can't read it,
you can read how much money is available on your account.
How do you know he knows numbers?
Because all it's going to say is available. Oh, I think he knows money.
You think he does?
I think he do from him saying how much his money was in the bank.
You can say things. He said the lady said he had $300,000. He didn't say he read it. Don't give him too much credit, Shayz.
I'm going to tell you something. I know that people may be illiterate and can't read, but when it comes to money, people know money.
Okay, what are we talking about? A man who lost all his money. So say that again. People know money. Say it again. He lost
all his money. He still got something left.
He has about what?
We were just
3% of what he's supposed to have?
That's because he had people going to the bank for him.
He don't know money.
He has people going to do these things for him.
All right, well, I tell you what. I'm going to roll up on him with a bank receipt. And I'm going to say, how much money do you have on this receipt? Just read this receipt. And I pay for your next McDonald's. Next time you get bailed out and you go to that McDonald's in downtown Chicago, it's on me, Kels.
When we going to Chicago so this can happen?
At the trial.
We'll talk about it.
When they do the trial, we're gonna go there and we're gonna stay in court. And another thing we're gonna do is, while one of us is inside, right before they let out, and one of us has to run out and make sure there's no more teenagers out there, because the last trial, that one teenager broke through. She locked eyes with him. So I'm gonna block block her so he can't see her. I'm gonna stand in front of her.
There might not be none out there.
There'll be some, because they saw the documentary and they said, oh, if you 15, 16 years old, or 14, however old she was, and you post up outside the courtroom and he comes out and he locks eyes, and oh, so I got a shot? Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm blocking all that. R. Kelly gonna come out and he gonna see me. He's like, can you step to the side? I think I see a skirt over there. Nah, bro. Nah, I ain't no 14-year-old girl. Matter of fact, you gonna talk to me and you gonna read this receipt. Now look at this right here. Play, what this say? I see, then that's a 1. Okay, now next is that an O or a 0? What it? I'm like, you messing up already. You messing up. Man, get up out of here. Shayz owe me some money. Shayz lost this bet. Sucker can't read no numbers.
You don't know what he can do.
A comma. Okay, what? Okay, I don't know. I give up. Think he knows how to read this stuff. Anyway.
Okay, so R. Kelly in this whole interview, when Gayle asked him, so is everyone lying? Everyone who's saying that you did these acts, so is everybody lying? And R. Kelly said that everybody is lying. That they are trying to get him. They're out to get him. So that they're saying that, he's saying that no one is telling the truth. Everybody is lying.
Okay, if I were his defense attorney, or just someone thinking of things probably from his point of view, he has a point. And I'm going to tell you the point he has. You can have somebody say 9 true statements. One of them girls in the video, just pick one, Van Adder, whatever the woman's name was in California, who met him on the Home Alone video set. She could have said 9 statements that were true and said one statement that was false. He can look at that one false statement and say she's lying. That's probably what he's doing. Other than that, he's probably flat out denying everything. Because I do think some of them are bending the truth or lying.
I'm agree with you on that.
But I don't think any of the older women, the older woman on the documentary, all they can attest to is they saw someone there under the age of 16 or 17, whatever the age of consent is in Chicago, Illinois. All they can do is attest to the fact that they saw someone there below that age and saw them having sex. That's all they can attest to. Other than him physically abusing them, which is domestic violence, there's nothing that they can really say because their experience with him is their experience. So the young girls are the ones that really have a lot to say, and those are the ones who can really put him in the ground or put him in jail.
Okay, well, to me, I think that R. Kelly has to come clean with some stuff.
Like what?
That maybe some of these things did occur.
Like what?
These accounts.
Like what? With younger girls, he can't admit to that. That means jail. He's not going to admit to that. You have to show him video.
He needs to admit that he has done. You didn't let me finish. You just cut me off. He was like, to what? To what?
That's what he did.
What he's going to do?
That's what he did to Gayle. Lies. That's what he did to her. He ain't admit to nothing. And hold on, before you say that, think about his comprehension level. Remember she asked him about people who get molested, turn around, and are abused, turn around and they abuse other people. But she said that's not true for everybody. Remember she said that? And he said, yeah, but that's not true about me. She said, that's what I just said. God damn it, you ain't listening.
She didn't say that part.
Yes, but she was like, I just said that, Robert. But his comprehension is off too.
And she said Robert. It made me feel like his mother. You know when you say your whole name. If you don't get downstairs, the whole name.
You about to get me in trouble. She didn't say it like that.
She said Robert.
She said it in a sweet way, like she wanted some.
She ain't want
like
nothing.
She wanted some dang.
She ain't want nothing from Robert.
Gayle.
Maybe R. Kelly, but not Robert. It's like, no.
Yeah. Gayle,
they are two different people.
He turned on a little bit, but she had to keep her little Oprah buddy intact and attack somebody. But go ahead, say what you about to say. My bad. But Gayle, I don't know, Gayle. Gayle was out for blood on the slide tip.
I mean, she did ask the hard questions to R. Kelly. I forgot what I was gonna say, y'all. It'll come back. We won't just keep on going through this. Yeah. Whatever I was thinking about, it'll come back. I'm gonna be honest. When I was looking at it, I had to walk away because I feel embarrassed for people. So usually when I feel embarrassed for people, I always look down or I leave. I guess I was embarrassed a little bit because how upset and irate he got on certain situations. And I felt that he didn't have to do that. You can get sympathy from your viewers and your listeners without doing all that extra stuff. That's how I felt about it.
Well,
I felt that he could still be emotional. He still can show how he feels. He still can plead his case. But all that standing up and doing all that, get off me, no, I don't need no tissue. All that stuff.
You don't need any what? Tissue?
Tissue. I don't need no tissue. I don't need no. It's like, you know, and they was trying to, touch up his makeup and everything. He didn't want nobody on. He wanted him off of him.
Yeah, that's how he reacted. And I have no problem with that. Now, you said he could have reacted a different way.
He could have reacted differently because, see, now everybody is watching every little body language that R. Kelly does. So now they're thinking, okay, if this is how he acts, then how does he act when he gets upset and irate with women? So now every little step he takes, every mishap, all that stuff, they're analyzing each and everything. The reason why I know, because I heard it.
Well, I
heard people talking about it. I heard it being said. Even one of the young ladies' mother said that. I'm not sure if it was Joycelyn. Joycelyn's mother said that. Even though I know we're not using the girls in this.
That's some bull.
In this,
let me tell you why that's some bull. Let me tell you why that's some bull. If he would have gotten up and kicked the little cabinet on the side, they would have said, "Oh, look at him! He's violent. That's what he probably does to the girl." All he did was stand up. If he would, if he would, hold on.
When he does that, how does he do?
Hold on.
I'm just telling you what I heard.
Let me finish. If he would have gotten up and grabbed the water bottle and threw the water bottle, which is not as bad as kicking the cabinet, people are like, "Oh, he's throwing things." Whatever he did, if it fits someone's narrative, they're going to use it. So let's say, hold on, I'm going somewhere. So say he never got up. Mm-hmm. Say he never raised his voice. Say he remained calm. You know what they'll say? Oh, he's guilty. You know why? He's not showing any emotion. He's not showing a hint of emotion. Look at him. Look, he's just sitting there just laid back because he knows he's guilty. That's the sign of a guilty man. If he started crying like a baby, oh, he's just trying to get sympathy from us. You know, no men cry like that.
Men cry.
Whatever, I'm talking about whoever's narrative.
Yeah, I got you.
It doesn't matter what he did. If someone thinks he's guilty, they're going to think that. Now, if someone stepped up and they never heard of this case, you pick somebody from the land of New Zealand.
The Himalayas.
Yeah, well, they going to know them because there's some players out there. But you get somebody from New Zealand, and cut the TV on right when he starts going crazy. And I ain't gonna say he was really going crazy, but when he's being all emotional, expressive, and you say, does he look guilty or innocent? They'll say, I don't know. He just looks angry or hurt or confused. I think it's more confusion and frustration. I don't think he was really angry. But people are gonna twist that. So regardless of what he did, I would rather see him in jail than to watch everything play out. If they could just throw the book at him right now and sentence him to 5, 10, 20 years or whatever, that would be cool. But to see them stopping him making money, then them doing this and them doing that, then him on TV, then them going back and forth to jail, that's a long drawn out process. It costs a lot of money. And the visual that we see of them breaking another brother down again, that's a little bothersome.
Disturbing.
Right. And just like with Cosby went pretty much straight to jail. They had a trial, we didn't get to see it, then he went straight away. If that could be R. Kelly's situation, that would be better than to see all this stuff taking place.
Okay, I remember what I was about to say. Do you feel that with all this that's going on in this plea that R. Kelly is asking in this interview, do you feel that he might be on the edge of suicide?
No, he's not going to commit suicide. If I were him, because I would live. I would be away right now. Well, he's away right now, but I would write music. I would keep writing because he doesn't own the masters to anything. I would get this music to my kids, put it in their names, let it be released and let everybody know I have nothing to do with this. This is for my kids. This is in their name. They own the masters. I'm just the voice on the track, or I just did the music. But this is 100% for them, because I can no longer pay child support. I'm getting locked up. So at least they'll have something that can pay child support directly to them 100% without me.
I don't know about that money ring, because you got to understand, a lot of people now have muted R. Kelly. They don't want to hear R. Kelly's music. They think that all the stuff that R. Kelly is doing, the words, the songs, is tied to a lot of stuff. I don't even know if anybody would even want to hear from R. Kelly.
They would.
I mean, I unless R. Kelly, and I don't think he just needs to go to jail. I think he needs to get some mental help. I think just going to jail is not going to be enough. I think he needs more than just jail, just going to jail. And the only way that I think that R. Kelly has to also be sorry.
Sorry for what?
Sorry for what he's done.
No.
I think so. I think that people...
Y'all not going to believe him. No one's going to believe him.
But this is at the time of him, after him serving the time that he's supposed to serve for doing whatever the crime is after they show this videotape.
That may be 25 years from now.
Also getting some help, showing that he's getting help, showing that he's trying to do stuff for himself, getting himself back.
Yeah, but that's 25 years from now.
Okay, well, that's how it goes. Because you got to understand, you got to let people, right now, people, I'm telling you, there are a small amount of people who probably would, but who still are on R. Kelly's side, who don't believe it, who are diehard R. Kelly fans. But there are most people right now that is against R. Kelly. He doesn't just have fans against him. He has other artists against him. It's just not just one area. It's a lot of people who right now are against R. Kelly. I don't even see him saying that the music is coming under his kids and to pay for their child support. Because to be honest, one of them is already above child support age.
Yeah, but he still may owe some back child support.
He might owe back for child support, but my point, by the time he do all that, the child support, that's going to be over.
It may be, but what is he to do now?
And my thing is, that's the question of the day. What can a man do who has done so much music and has so much catalog of music, who's a genius, who is a writer?
Who no longer has his own catalog of music.
He doesn't have his own catalog of music. Well, what I'm trying to say is that he does great music. He's been doing great music since the late 80s and not into the 90s.
Early 90s. No, he wasn't in the late 80s. Early 90s.
Early 90s.
92.
Anyway. So he's been out since the 90s, and he's been making and cranking great music ever since. Everybody loved R. Kelly. If you think about it, what could R. Kelly do? Anything he tried to do, he wouldn't be able to do. Like you said, there's nothing for him to do but music. But I don't know if the people are going to accept R. Kelly back into the music right now after they're muting him.
No, only his fans has to listen. But if it's being given to his kids,
I don't know if the kids
hold
is the way to go.
Hold on. Say it again.
I don't know if the kid route is the way to go.
There is no other way. If you you can say
you're trying to appeal to the
You
kids.
say the kid. No, you say the kids own the music, because right now they'll never get a drop of money, because unless he performs, he doesn't make any money, because he doesn't get residuals off his catalog, because his catalog is owned by other people. So there's no way for any money to come in while he's away. Therefore, if there were music or a new catalog created with them being the owners, then they would get 100% of that. And his fans will listen, and some people may have some sympathy and say, well, this is his kids, this has nothing to do with him, his kids will get everything. Some people would think that. I would think that. Then on top of that, if he puts some of the money towards charity, so if you say my kids get 75% or 80%, charity gets 25% or 20%, putting this money towards dogs. White people love dogs. White society love dogs. You let R. Kelly say, I'm doing this to protect dogs, and send this to the ASCPA. What's it called? The AS.
I don't even know.
I
don't know anything about that because you see that I do not own a dog, so I wouldn't know nothing about that.
The ASCPA, I think that's what it's called. He donates some money to them dogs. White people say, you know what? That Robert Kelly, he really cares. He's feeding the dogs of America. He's protecting dogs from being abused and homeless dogs and shelters. We really appreciate what he's doing. Them white ladies go crazy over that. Hey, Robert, you say he has a song called what? You remind me of my Jeep. I have a Jeep. I would love to hear that. My daddy had a Durango. So that's his only play. Or just leave. Just catch a flight to Pluto or something. And it's real cold on Pluto, so that might not work either. But like Shayz said last time, the saga continues. There's R. Kelly drama. It's too much drama for me. But I'll let you have it. You can take us out.
All right, y'all. Till next time. We'll keep y'all posted on that R. Kelly thing. But we'll see y'all. We out.